Money FM 89.3. Best of Friday Night Live. Friday Night Fibbing.
Actually, no, it's me and Loretta Lopez tonight, and we're getting record numbers of comments. Thank you so much for keeping us company on a Friday night. Ian says, Neil, I've got a nagging question for the 89.3 team, and only Loretta can answer it.
Oh.
Why do you guys keep playing the same songs? Especially Michael Franks, says Ian. And then he's put, lol, perhaps the question is for Loretta. So you didn't expect to be interrogated, did you? Loretta, over to you.
Okay. Love Michael Franks.
Yep.
So who is this again? Who's
This is Ian.
Ian, okay. All right, I'll just have to have a look at the music
I quite like it.
database. And, yeah,
It's all good.
put
It's all
more
good.
Michael Franks songs.
Yeah, more. Fuchi Ren, wow, 8 out of 8. Fuchi Ren,
No,
I'm not questioning
7?
your arithmetic, but she got 7 out of 8. I know she's the program director, but let's not get carried away. But he then put, wow, 8 out of 8. That's why she's the program director.
Yeah.
She got 7. She got 7, Fuchi Ren.
Yeah.
Stay humble, Dan. Stay humble. Okay, Dad's getting tech out. He's not even here. Right, okay. And lots of people said, it's the gold toilet. Yes, Loretta will never forget that now.
The gold toilet, yeah.
But this is the point where I hand the phone over like a golden something or other
That's very exciting.
to Loretta, because you will now assist Loretta Lopez as we play Friday Night Fibbing. Every week, Dan and myself, we share stories, and the other one has to guess, with help from the nation, whether we're telling the truth or if it is indeed Friday Night Fibbing. So this week, I'm going to do it for Loretta, and as she is the boss, I'm going to do a story about the boss. And we need you to help. So WhatsApp 88550893. Any questions for me, any interrogations for me, any queries, whatever. It's you and Loretta against me. Now, are you ready? This is my statement, my story. I, Neil Humphreys, once acted out a fake food poisoning in front of my boss so I could get an MC and appear the next day in a movie. Am I telling the truth, or is it Friday Night Fibbing? Over to you. Now you can just ask me questions about it and whatever.
Okay. How old were you?
I was, let me think, I was about 20, let's make up a number, 24, maybe 25, 24, 25.
There's a movie. Some movie role.
Yes, it was a cameo, and I probably shouldn't say this, but it was a long time ago. I was working for the Straits Times, and what happened was I planned this all out, that and I'm not condoning this, folks, I'm not. I deliberately that day went to dinner with the group, with the team, but I made sure I was going with my boss was there. And I wasn't vegetarian then. I still ate meat, and I picked, I think I had nutty padang, and I remember having this chicken thigh, and I made this big drama, this big wayang episode about, wow, this chicken, have you seen it? It looks a bit bloody and a bit undercooked. And I made a whole thing. I went around the table saying, is your chicken funny? Is your chicken funny? My chicken seems really funny. I don't know about this. Made a big drama about it. And then back in the office, I kept the performance going, saying, I don't know about this chicken. I shouldn't have had that chicken. It was no good, the nutty padang. And then next day, I called in and said, I've got food poisoning. Because in reality, I wanted to do this cameo in a movie.
What was the movie? Can you say?
Yes. It was, can I say this word? It was.
Careful.
No, I think I can. It's a Singapore classic.
Okay.
I'll do a slightly longer version. A Talking Cockerel, the movie. I mean, I think I can say that phrase, right?
Talking cockerel.
Yeah, but you cut the second word in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the common Singaporean phrase. Yeah.
And no one caught on to the fact that when the movie came out and they saw you, they was like they couldn't have remembered.
No. Because I never told anyone what I was doing. So it was, and it came out way
much later. So
like
they
almost,
wouldn't have
I think,
been
like a
able to-
year later or something. Yeah.
And you couldn't take leave or something?
No, and it came up. Let me try and think about this. It came up quite last minute.
Okay, so it's very difficult for the newsroom to give you that.
Yeah,
that kind
that's
of,
right.
Yeah.
So
Who covered you? I mean, you were an MC and someone had to.
I can't remember. I think I was a reporter then, so it wouldn't have made so much difference. I wasn't in the back end. If I was a sub-editor, maybe they would have covered me or something. But I think I was still reporting then. I think that's right.
What were you reporting? What was your beat then? Was it sports?
I was sports. Yes, I was sports. Folks, help with Loretta. Send in some questions or queries or answers. WhatsApp 88550893. Interrogate me. Am I telling the truth or is it Friday Night Fibbing? I am claiming that I once acted out a fake food poisoning in front of my boss so I could get an MC and appear in a movie.
Who was your boss then?
That one I probably won't say.
The person still around?
I cannot say. No, I don't know. Well,
must be then.
Yeah, I was in the media. That's all you need to know. I was in the media, and I did this really good performance where the chicken's no good and all the rest of it, and then I kept it going, and just so I could sneak off to a community club. I think it was somewhere the next day up in the north, somewhere like a Khatib type place, and did this cameo.
How many lines did you have?
Well, this is the bit that I didn't have any. That was the point. I mean, that was why I'm so embarrassed because I didn't even have any speaking lines in this particular scene.
Oh, what did you have to do in the scene?
It doesn't even make any sense why I'm in the scene because if I remember, it was like a Battle of the Bands thing on a Singapore CC, and it was a comedy, and I was just meant to be like a frantic Angmor fan in the audience, which didn't make any sense really. I didn't need to be in it, is what I'm saying, Loretta. I didn't even need to be there. But so I faked a bit of food poisoning to do this.
Okay, so do I share?
Do they have any comments or?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
One says, who says it's not true?
It is true.
James says it's not true.
Now, there's a backstory there. James is a regular, and James is like a cross between Nostradamus and Confucius because he's got something like, our regulars will know, he's got something like an 80% success rate of guessing whether Dan or myself are telling the truth. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there, or I'm fibbing. So his track record is very, very good.
And Fuchiren says it's a fact, it's true.
Okay, why is it a fact, Fujiren?
Because he says he remembers you telling this story during one of the Saturday morning shows.
No, I would have never have told this story before.
Or at least he says it sounds familiar.
Well, Fujiren, he thinks he knows everything about me, but this one, I am telling the truth, Fujiren. Of course I am. All my stories are the truth. So,
if you say that James has such a, high accuracy rate, then I was about to say actually sounds true.
Why do you think that? Give us your thought process.
Well, I mean,
it's the sort of thing I would do, right?
It's so
Excuse me, in point of fact, I have to say this. In 7 years, I have never, program director, I have never missed a single show. Not one.
But that's why I asked you how old you were. No, you're younger.
People take sick. If you notice that, young people take sick all the time, don't they? I'm not going to start doing the whole generational thing. But I've got to be dying before I take MC.
I'll say it's I guess no? I'm not sure how this goes.
You don't want to interrogate me a little bit more?
I don't know. I think I have all.
Any more from the public? Last chance public. WhatsApp 88550893.
Something's coming through.
Am I telling the truth or is it Friday Night Fibbing? I was about 24 years old. We went to a food court. I deliberately had the Nutty Padang store. I even particularly chose a bit of chicken that I thought looked a little bit... made a big point of pulling it apart in front of my boss. And, this looks a bit pink. It looks a bit undercooked and all that.
What if it wasn't pink? Then how? What would you have done?
Well, there's always a little bit of pink, isn't there, Loretta? You just improvise. It's not like they're examining it with a microscope. He didn't get out his magnifying glass like Sherlock Holmes and start going through it.
It would have been better off saying the curry is a bit off or something. But never mind. Okay.
With hindsight, Loretta, yes. Very good detective. Sherlock, yes, I should have done that. You're right. But it's not like he got the old CSI out and had a look at the chicken. But
running test.
Yeah, exactly. Tested its blood.
It's so you. It's quite you to do something.
It's quite me.
That. Yeah.
It's quite me. All right, Loretta Lopez.
I'll say it's true.
It's time for the final answer.
I'll say true. James doesn't agree with me, but I'll just say.
I'm just so James says it's not true.
Yeah.
Last chance. Am I telling the truth, or is it Friday Night Fibbing? Now remember, the score is 6-4, so you are representing Dan Coe.
And someone, Sho Wayang,
Yeah.
he says...
Oh, that's Ian, I think. Yeah.
You're exaggerating.
Okay.
And Glenn says, you've not told this story on Saturday, confirm.
There you go. See, Fuji Ren. He's not the oracle of all things on my radio shows.
So for the sake of, making this fun, so I'll go with true.
Loretta Lopez. You are representing Dan Coe.
I forgot about that.
The score was 6-4, I think someone said, right?
Yes,
6-4.
someone said 6-4.
I said that I once acted out a fake food poisoning in front of my boss so I could get an MC to do a cameo in a movie the next day, and I was telling the truth. You are correct.
No.
Yes. Every word of it is true. Every single word of that story is true.
Oh my gosh, I beat James.
And I'm kind of proud of it. Look, if anyone's listening, any employees out there listening, I'm not condoning it in any way, but I actually kind of am, because I was in the movie, and that movie is now a cult classic all over YouTube and memes and Instagram and all that. So,
which part of the movie? I go and check it out.
The one part I didn't tell you, because then you would have definitely known. I played Stanford Raffles.
Oh, I see.
So if and a lot of people have seen that clip on YouTube and TikTok and all that, because he's had like 1 million views on TikTok or something.
Okay,
of course, and I get no money for that. So I'm a little bit upset, Loretta Lopez. I'm annoyed now because you've narrowed the gap. It's 6-5. I thought that was an easy one. So thank you, listeners, for being useless and not helping her at all, doing the wrong thing. So yes, Loretta Lopez, you were right. I was indeed telling the truth.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.